One people, would you look at that second episode on Patreon a month?
Yeah, boy, moving and shaking on Patreon. I love Patreon.
Shaking and moving, man. Sporting the new dangly dang. If your man ain't seen, get to know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
love
man.
That one. That one's been. That one
Flying off the shelf.
has actually been flying off the
Flying
shelf.
off the shelf.
That one's been flying off the shelf.
Flying off the shelf.
I'm happy about that one. That one's been flying off. I looked at the stats the other day, and it's embarrassing how overwhelming that one's going.
It's doing bits.
It is doing
Male
bits.
and female doing bits.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. It's
Everyone
crazy.
loves the dangly dang,
But yeah,
which I'm
man.
happy about, man. It's a good.
Yeah, man.
It's alive.
You might get the merch all in the description below, so you know the vibes already. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You got funny.
Yeah, man. Start the day off well with a fun fact. 2 seconds, guys. Here we go. This is actually a good one. In 2000, Blockbuster made $800 million in late fees, which accounted for roughly 16% of its revenue. Customers became so frustrated that one man decided to start his own company rather than pay the £40 fine he acquired. The customer's name was Reed Hastings. He's the one that founded Netflix.
I've actually read that fact.
It's crazy.
I think I saw it on Twitter, maybe, or maybe on Instagram. That's phenomenal.
That is because after seeing that, I read into him and I was thinking, wow, that's crazy.
Because I remember seeing that, right? And I remember there was something about Netflix not having late fees. You know, when they used to do the delivery thing through the door? But I can't remember what their business model was.
I don't remember. Because I know for a fact I didn't have Netflix when they were doing this DVD thing.
We had it. I had it in uni on a trial thing. I never paid for it.
I think I remember.
I remember I signed up for the trial. I think some fucker must have stopped me in town and made me sign up to it.
This is why I don't stop for these man. This is why I don't stop for these
Bro,
man.
he must have stopped me in town.
One fucker must have stopped
He
me
must
in
have fucking
town.
stopped me in town. I was too awkward and he made me sign up for Netflix.
That's jokes.
On the free trial thing.
Peer pressure.
I can't remember if the DVDs were any good or not.
Yeah.
But I remember my issue with it was that you didn't get to choose. I think they'd send you like 3 DVDs at a time in the post, and then you just send them back when you're done with them. And it was a really cool idea, but it was just like half the time I don't like the movies that you're sending me.
Yeah.
Either I don't like the movies that you're sending me, or I've already seen that movie loads of times. And for someone like me who back then was way into movies and I just watched movies all the time, it was like, I would never pay for this. Because like I just don't get to choose what movies I get.
Yeah.
What they're doing now is a different thing.
Yeah.
Netflix are running things now.
Yeah.
But bro, it's exactly what I said to you earlier today. Do you remember when I said about it's only through adversity do you really find achieve greatness and like push to change and stuff like that. Man started the biggest streaming platform on planet Earth. All started because one guy was like, you know what, fuck Blockbuster, bruv.
And these fucking late fees.
You know what, fuck Blockbuster and these late fees, bruv. I'm not paying it. I refuse. I'm not paying. I'll start my own thing. These men can fuck themselves.
That's bravado, man. That takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot. Blockbuster would have laughed at him.
Obviously, like then and there, they would have
then-
laughed in his face.
Now where are they? Look where Netflix are, look where Blockbuster are. Blockbuster are done.
There is no Blockbuster.
There's no such thing.
Youths of today don't know what Blockbuster is.
If you're born today, if you were born in the last, how long? 10 years?
Maybe.
If you're 10 years old,
I guarantee.
my little brother's 10, he doesn't know what Blockbuster is.
Oh, guarantee you doesn't. Wow, that's.
If you're born in the last 10 years, you have no idea what Blockbuster is. I used to go to Blockbuster every single weekend. My dad used to take us there every single weekend.
I loved Blockbuster.
I fucking love Blockbuster. He'd take us there every single weekend.
You rented games at Blockbuster as well, no?
You rent games at Blockbuster.
I remember,
we used to get one game each, me and my brother. We'd go to my dad's for the weekend, one game each, one movie each. This nigga would always pick the Never-Ending Story movie. Every fucking week, my little brother would pick, Never-Ending Story. Every week. And my dad would make us watch it.
Oh, swear.
Make us, because his rule was like, bro, you both have to watch James's movie. You both have to watch Lawrence's movie. I'm not hearing any two ways about it.
Fair.
You both have to watch each other's movies. So every fucking week it was the Never-Ending Story.
I don't even know what that is.
I hated it. It's shit.
I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's shit. It's a weird movie, bro. If anyone's heard of it, I'd love to get like a little. I've seen it because it's such a weird niche movie.
Okay.
The Never-Ending Story, boy. It was wild. But yeah, boy, Blockbuster was crazy.
I was going to say something about this through adversity that you find. What was it? What's the phrase again? Through adversity you find.
What did I say? Through, I don't know. I've made it up, but it's like something. Yeah, through adversity, only do you achieve like greatness or push for change and stuff like that.
Cool. So let's push for change thing. I'm gonna butcher this story, but I read it not too long ago, and it was like raw. So it's one of these like threads I was reading on Twitter. I think he was a South American guy, so like Latino. He is rather, I say was. He is a South American Latino guy. I'm not too sure which country he's from specifically, so don't hate on me. He was a janitor, I want to say, at a not a pharmaceutical company, I think a supermarket, like conglomerate kind of thing. So he was a janitor at this place, right? And he was, I think, the only janitor of his race at this place as well. And he said every time he'd go to and he was a good janitor as well. Like he said he'd clean everything, blah, blah, blah. Like he was the top dog. Everyone knew his name or knew of him. And he said every time he'd go to the supermarkets, that he'd always overhear, because obviously where he lives and the supermarkets he goes to, obviously there are other Latin Americans there as well. And they'd always say, oh, there's not enough of this or not enough of that. So he said, so I read rather that he called the CEO of the company from work. And the CEO answered and is like, hello, I think the PA answered or whatever. And he said, oh, I am so-and-so from, because obviously I'm assuming the CEO wasn't in, or like the owner or whatever wasn't at the building. So he said, oh, I am so-and-so from this building. And he said, okay, I'll pass you through to the CEO. And then the CEO answered, is like, hi, this is X, Y, and Z from X, Y, and Z. And he's like, oh, hi, are you like the head of the department? He's like, no. I was like, oh, so you must be like the PA. He was like, no. He's like, I'm the janitor. And he said, I've got an idea. And the CEO said, come to my office. And it was like, he said, because of that balls of bravado to even call or even contemplate calling the CEO and doing all this, it was like, okay, come to my office, because you're either an idiot or you've got something.
You're a genius or a fucking madman.
Yeah, you're one of the other.
And I'm hoping you're the former.
But I'm praying or the latter so I can laugh in your face and fire you. One of them ones.
Right,
so
right.
It's a win-win for me. So he called him to the office and my man prepped everything. I'll tell you what he made at the end. He prepped everything. So he was talking about how they lack flavor profiles in certain supermarkets for the Latin American culture, and for the snacks and stuff. And then he brought out like samples of like 100 different flavors or something, like in like a plastic bag. It was all neatly wrapped. Obviously, he presented it to all the people in the boardroom, blah, blah, blah. And he said, come with me. He saw everything happen. He's like, all right, come with me. And every man was gassed. And I think a few years later, or maybe like 3, 4, 5 years later, he's now worth $20 million, this janitor. And he's the owner, and he created Cheetos.
Cheetos?
Yeah.
Swear down.
Mums, he was a janitor.
Gang.
Cheetos.
Gang.
That's crazy.
That's live. I've got another story that I heard last week.
Fuck, that's how you grab life by the balls.
That is how you grab life by the balls. Exactly that story. Way less cool, but for me it's very cool. Only because it's more close to home to me because I watch it every week.
Yeah.
So my favorite podcast is called The Fire and the Kid, right?
Yeah.
They do 2 episodes a week. Love it.
Yeah.
I love The Fire and the Kid. I've been watching it listening to it, watching it for years now, like 3-4 years. And they've got a producer called Chin. His name's Chin. And like, I've never really thought about it, but there's been times that I've come to my mind thinking, how did he get a job as their producer?
Okay.
I wonder if they just went through a normal interviewing process, because when it's stuff like, when you go through stuff like not the corporate world. So when you're in our world, like, I always wonder how people get, not the main guys, so not the hosts, but the people in the background. How did they get that job?
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't see when we want to hire an editor or a producer, I'm not sitting here and interviewing 19 people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to go through their CVs. I just want to know that they're solid. Just like when we hollered Ellis for the merch. Yeah. Like, he just randomly sent us something. So this is something they don't know. This is a fun fact. So, the designer Ellis, who designed all of our merch,
the new merch,
for this season. The only reason he got the job was because randomly he, out of the goodness of his own heart, just randomly sent us. It was the design that we now have for Am I the Arsehole, wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember.
I'm pretty certain. No, always find the funny.
Always find the funny.
Always find the funny.
Always find the funny.
He sent us the always find the funny one. He just sent that to us, and it was like, oh, big fan of the show. I'm a designer and I was just doing this in my free time. I thought I'd send it
This
over
was
to you.
months ago.
Months and months ago.
Months ago.
Sent it to our DMs and we were like, oh, gang, that's really nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we had an idea that we wanted new merch to come out in a few months' time anyway. And I messaged Fuad and was like, oh, we should add that to the
new line.
To the new line. I really like it. I think it looks good. And Fuad was like, yeah, gang. And then when it was time to look for a designer, I was just about to start like doing some research and he sprung to my mind and I was like, bro, why don't we just ask him? Because he watches the show, he knows the show, he's going to understand what it is we're actually on about when we're doing these slogans and we're doing these designs. He's going to be able to encapsulate it because he actually understands the story behind it.
Yeah.
And then, bro, he went with it and he fucking bossed it.
Yeah, man,
he beasted it.
He killed it.
So that's a nice, cool fun fact for him.
Always shoot your shot in that aspect. By the way.
Always shoot your shot.
In that aspect, always shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly. If you've ever thought about something like that,
just go for it, man. Sometimes just go for it.
For example, Fern, who did the fucking artwork, I messaged her today and was like, you're our go-to art person now.
100%.
Because that's fucking sick.
That's insane. Because I've never seen artwork. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had seen it.
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, and I literally, and she's another one who just messaged us one day and was like, yo, give us your favorite anime characters. I want to do it. I'll just do it for you guys. And
look at them.
Amazing.
Look at them.
It's amazing. So, Fern, bang, on the call sheet now.
You're there. You're on our list now.
But anyway, back to the Fire and the Kid. Chin. Yeah. He works as a producer, and there's been times where he's gone back in the past and he's been like, what he used to do. So he's a Korean guy and he used to work for like a really popular Korean TV show. And he was a producer there. And I always used to think, how did you go from being a producer there to being a producer on this podcast? Because it's like, this is very specific. The podcast is very specific. It's not in a long line of podcasts that like it belongs to this big networking company and you work for the company and you're just assigned to this thing.
You're dished out so people know your name.
You specifically work for these guys. This is what you do. You work for these hosts. Like, how did you do that? Because these are comedians and they're doing their own thing. Like, how did you become this guy? And
so he does nothing else. This is what he does.
He's the producer for this.
That's it.
And that's it.
Okay.
He has no other job. He's the producer for their podcast. And one of the guys, Brendan, he has another podcast and he's a producer on that one as well.
Okay.
And actually, no, he has 3 podcasts. And he's a producer on the third one as well.
Okay.
But the third podcast is owned by, like, Showtime. The company. He's owned by Showtime.
Okay.
But he's the producer on that one as well.
Oh, sick.
So he's making people from all of them.
Oh, wow.
But I always used to think, like, I didn't used to dwell on it, but it was in the back of my mind, like, I wonder how he got that job. And he randomly was on another podcast that I listened to from time to time randomly. Chin was a guest.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I saw it just popped up on my YouTube. It's like, oh, Chin's a guest on this person's podcast. And I was like, that's cool. Someone's taking the time to actually interview Chin. Like, he's the behind the scenes guy that no one really has much interest in, but I'm interested to see about his life. And he told the story of how he got the job on The Fire and the Kid. And I was like, cannot wait to hear this.
That's gang.
And then the story is that he was working for this Korean network. And he said, basically, in Korea, they're so prideful. So then... Excuse me. I need to drink some water. I've been talking for too long. Excuse me. So, in Korea, they're very prideful and they have like a lot to prove. Okay. So apparently, this company, they would change the CEOs every like 2-3 years.
Okay.
And a new CEO would always try and come in and shake things up.
Okay.
To like leave their footprint.
Okay.
And the new CEO came in and closed down the American department.
Okay.
And just to like reimburse funds and like just to spread funds and stuff. So Chin was out of a job.
Okay.
And he came home and he said he was a big fan of Joe Rogan.
This was when he was back in Korea.
No, he's never been in Korea.
Oh, okay.
The Korean network, he's Korean, born and raised in America, speaks Korean because his parents are Korean.
Okay.
And worked for the American division in America.
For a Korean company. I'm with you.
Sorry.
Okay.
So that American division got closed down.
Okay.
That was based in LA, closed down. So he's living in LA, no job, always listens to Joe Rogan. And on Joe Rogan, he was just listening to an episode and Brendan and Brian, the 2 hosts of Fire and the Kid, were on there one day. And the Fire and the Kid was originally owned by Fox Network.
Okay.
So it was a podcast owned by obviously a TV network. And then Fox decided one day they wanted to take 50% of all the profits. So the hosts were like, fuck that, we'll take it solo. So they went independent. So they said, obviously they used to have producers that worked for Fox.
Yeah, of course.
So when they
So
went,
yeah.
when they went independent, they were like, oh, they were just on Joe Rogan just talking, and Joe was like, oh, so you guys are going independent now? And I was like, yeah, we're going independent. So guys, if you're listening and you're a producer, just give us a shout and stuff like that. So he said he went on their, he found their email address for their merch page. So he went on there, sending emails, didn't get any luck. And then he said he found out that Brendan was doing stand-up comedy at like a comedy club near where he lives. So he got his entire like portfolio on a memory stick, put it on a memory stick, went to the comedy club, and said he was with his boy. And he said he was talking himself out of it for ages. Like, I shouldn't do it. And this Brendan was like, go, do it. And then he said, like, literally, he had to stand up. He saw Brendan coming off stage. He stood up and he was like, I shouldn't do it. But then he just told himself, if you just take this first step, before you know it, you'll be there. And once you're there, you've got no choice but to give it to him. Because you can't just stand there and say nothing.
Yeah.
So he said, just walk. Just fucking walk. Just walk. So he just started walking, made it over to Brendan. Brendan was like, oh, cool, expecting like he was the guy that just wants to take a picture or something. Gave him the memory stick. And then Brendan was like, oh, what's this? And then he said his mind was flustered. So he just said something dumb. And he was like, oh, I'm your new producer. And he gave it this. And Brendan was like, what the fuck? And then just walked off. And then he came back to his bedroom like, fuck. Like, why did I do that? I'm your new producer. Like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, why would I say that? And then he went home. A few days went past. Didn't hear anything. And then he was like, fuck it. Slid into Brendan's DMs and was like, oh, hi. Just so you know, like, if you found a producer for The Fighter and the Kid, that's all good. Like, best of luck. If not, just so you know, I'm the guy that gave you that memory stick the other day in the comedy club. Like, I'm not a weirdo or anything like that. I just heard you were looking for a producer. Check out the stuff that's on the memory stick if you've still got it. And let me know. And then Brendan messaged him back and was like, you know what? When you did that, it reminded me of something I did when I was younger to try and get a job I really wanted. So come in tomorrow. You're on a 30-day trial and we'll see how it goes. Fam, that was like 6 years ago. And I just with them now. I was like, that is such a gang move. Grabbing life by the balls, that is such a move. You just have to shoot your shot. Always. Fuck. You've got no choice. You have to do it. Because, like, great things can happen.
That's madness.
Amazing things can happen.
That's madness. I love that.
So do I.
I love that.
So do I. I think it's very cool.
It is. Like he says, we've been talking about it all day, all episode now. Through adversity, you find that just great, like that push to do more and do better. That's mad. That's giving me more inspiration with this podcast now.
Same.
10 times more inspiration.
Same.
We're gonna skyrocket. It's official,
bro. I saw it and I was like, "That's fucking sick."
It's official.
That's fucking sick. You just have to do stuff like that.
I hope that's motivated you guys because that's great motivation. That's great motivation.
Bro, it was live. I was thinking that's very cool.
That was 6 years. As soon as you said that was 6 years ago, my eyes beamed. He's on money now.
Oh yeah, he's on money now.
He's on money.
He's making good money now. He's making good money now, and he's cemented, and he's got his portfolio.
Because wherever they go, he goes, and he's got 2 other podcasts with them, right? You said
he's got 2 other podcasts with them, and if it all falls to shit and he's done, like his name is on 3 very popular podcasts now, so he's gonna be sought after. He's going to be sought after. Like, that's like Joe Rogan's producer, a guy called Jamie. They call him Young Jamie. If he ever leaves Rogan, people would offer him P. Young Jamie, to get Young Jamie, people would offer him P. Oh, wow. I would love to know how much he makes a year. It must be a fucking lot. He's Joe Rogan's right-hand man. He takes care of everything. And he's a whiz.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
so cool.
It's very cool.
That's so cool.
Let me take another. My voice is fucked. Let me take another drink, and then I'm gonna. I've got a fan request.
Gang.
Right, this is cool. So this guy actually sent us this in on Patreon.
Cool.
Right, cool. It's a long one, so bear with me. But I've skimmed it, and it seems juicy.
Okay.
Cool. So, I'm 19, and about a year ago, I was at a party with my boys. I didn't know a lot of the girls there, but one of my tight boys knew one of the girls. She is buff, and my boy had been talking to her for some months as friends. Keep it in brackets, as friends. I didn't pay her a lot of attention but we ran into each other a few times that night. He told me after that night that he's dibsed her, meaning that none of the boys are allowed to move to her until he got his nut. That's a very dark way of putting it.
It is.
Me dibsing a girl is not me saying no one talk to her until I get my nut. That's aggressive.
That's beyond. That's, oh my God.
Yeah, dibsing is a nice little cute little thing.
Until I get my nut.
That taints it a lot.
Taints it. That's a bit much. Like, she's not your property. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking hell. But anyway, that then turned into him talking about her a lot. When he was drunk, and I started to speculate if he had feelings. Obviously, you ask one of the man them, they are going to deny. Fast forward to now, this girl has been to a few of our friend groups' drinking nights, and we started to make eye contact.
I love eye contact.
Oh, I know. And we started to make eye contact.
I love eye
Man
contact.
said, let me start her on again. She's been to a few of our friendship groups drinking nights, and we started to make eye contact. The deadly one. That's saucy. I already know his heart ran hot.
Oh, his heart is beating and his dick is growing.
Oh, bro.
Oh, my days.
And every time we speak alone, the tension is fucking heated.
Oh, God, I bet.
I bet it is.
I bet. I love shit like that.
That's One night, we got drunk, and she tried to kiss me in front of everyone.
Oh.
I denied, in brackets, as I mentioned, I don't know how my boy's true feelings are about her. Gang, that's friendship.
That is very good friendship, considering you know she's buff.
And you man have been making eye contact?
The naughty eye contact?
The deadly one, he said. The forbidden one.
The forbidden? Oh my. That's a great friend.
So, brackets, as I mentioned, I don't know how my boy truly feels about her. And she got vexed when I did. The week after, same thing. But we were standing alone and I was blackout drunk. Here we go. And I have no idea how I got in the situation. But I sobered up real quick when I felt her lips on me. I stopped it and told her I couldn't do anything. She told me she didn't care. And that she was home alone that night.
Days.
I didn't go home with her, but she texted me the morning after like, I'm bitter that it was at only 1 second last night. And I told her she was being greedy. She sent me crud that whole day. I low-key entertained it as I had blue balls from the whole situation for weeks now. This guy gets it.
He gets it. But what a friend. Continue.
He's trying to be the best friend he can. He's trying.
Women are awful.
She's making it physically impossible at this point. Oh my God.
Yeah, continue.
So, as I had blue balls from the whole situation for weeks now,
Yeah.
she hit me with the I won't tell anyone wink face.
Do you know how many men pray for that phrase? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, I won't tell anyone.
Do you know how many men pray for that phrase?
Man said to her,
Man's 19, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know, these teenagers are living lavish.
That's never happened to me.
Nah, same.
I'm 30.
Same. There's never been a girl that wants my dick so bad, and I'm like, yo, my boy fancies you. I can't do this, etc., etc., etc. And she gave me that I won't tell a soul. Just get over here and fuck me.
I'm home alone tonight. Oh, my dick would explode. My dick would explode.
Oh my God.
But anyway, sorry, continue. This is
She hit me with
probably
that.
the juiciest fan request you've ever read.
Oh, I knew it would be.
This is the juiciest.
I knew it would be.
Wow. Anyway.
And as guys, I think you can agree. I'm spotting him from this one. Let me start Let me start again. Cool. Let me pull it up. Pull up.
Yeah.
I low-key entertained it as I had blue balls from the whole situation for weeks now.
Yeah.
She hit me with the I won't tell anyone wink face. And as guys, I think you can agree that the nut is so much better when the sex is wrong.
We're spudding. We're spudding you, but that spud is for you.
That spud is for you. He's 19 going on 40.
He knows everything.
He's been through it.
He knows it all.
He must be buff.
He knows the game.
He must be buff.
He has to be
because this is not news to him. He's sick and tired of that. When the sex is wrong, it's so much better. Oh, I thought, what the fuck am I doing? And I locked her off the next day, which is also a problem as she will then crave my attention more. I really want to fuck her, but I can't do it to my boy. Or should I just run into a wall since I already entertained? What should I do?
You don't even need to summarize that. I remember it all.
Oh, cool. Also, if you answer on the pod, could you answer on the Patreon app? That's cool. That's a coincidence, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a coincidence. Cool. There you go.
It's also good to know that he's on Patreon. Gang.
Yeah, of course. So he's definitely going to see it. Bro, honestly...
You are the best friend going. Also, he's not mentioned. Obviously, I know it's more about him and this girl than his brethren and this girl. But what's this brethren doing? Do you know what I mean? What's he doing to stop this girl from entertaining him, like moving to him? And let's say, obviously, let's use me and you, for example. So let's say you obviously you are my best friend, but you fancy this girl. This girl is moving to me. And I'm trying to stop this from happening because I know you fancy her. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I must be oblivious to the whole thing.
Like, are you moving to her? Are you even trying? Like, because all I'm seeing is this when it needs to be that.
Fam, I'd expect you to come to me and say, James, don't ask me questions, but you need to take action.
You need to step your game up with her because you're losing. Don't ask me questions, but you're losing. You need to do something now because I'm tired of defending you.
Oh my God.
I'm hard as it is. James, that's tough. What a friend. What a friend.
She said, I won't tell anyone.
Oh, what I would give.
That's disgraceful.
Obviously, it's not something, obviously, like we've discussed this before, episode 2, I don't condone cheating, but, and this isn't obviously cheating because everyone's single, but that phrase alone, it takes someone's soul away. Don't worry, I won't tell a single soul. You have to fuck her. The nut would be so good, even if the sex is shit. Because we don't know if the sex is going to be good or not, but apparently she's buff.
Yeah.
But the nut in itself, purely because of the sexual tension for weeks now.
Oh my God.
The nut.
He will bang her. And the thing is, it'll be one of those good ones because he'll hate fuck her.
Oh, right.
Because he's so angry at what she's been putting him through.
Why me do this? Her head is going to explode. Her head is going to explode.
Why are you putting me through this? Is this what you wanted the whole time? Is this what you've been wanting for? Yeah. Is this why you're trying to ruin friendships for this? Fam?
She would beg for it the next day. She's never been fucked like that. I can already tell you she's never been fucked like that.
Oh.
Forbidden sex is,
Fam? And now?
Wow. 19.
She's 19. She's never going to go with the brethren now.
She can't.
She literally can't.
She can't.
Because she needs this dick that keeps evading her.
Because she knows she's buff. So it's one of them ones where because she's been rejected, she wants it more now.
Oh, she's never been rejected
She's
before.
never been rejected before, clearly. And the only reason she's getting rejected is because there's a fucking impasse here.
He's loyal.
He's loyal.
And that's turning her on even more. Because he's saying no for all the right reasons.
Oh, fuck, that hurt my chest. Yeah. Fucking hell.
You good?
I'm burping, cuz. Fuck.
Fam?
But yeah, she's saying no for all the right reasons. That's
her clit's throbbing.
Her pussy is screaming.
Bro,
that's the raunchiest thing.
Best fan request we've ever had.
Period, hands down.
Best fan request we've ever had.
Oh my God. Oh, what a scenario. What a predicament to be in. I would hate to be in that predicament, don't get me wrong. But the thought of it is fantastic. Only because of the girl.
Yeah.
But I would hate to be in that predicament because it's just...
What is he actually going to do there? What's our advice?
Well, he's already said he's not doing it, right?
But he said, or should I just run into a wall because I've entertained it now? In his head, he's probably implicated.
That it could potentially
because
pattern.
In his head, he's probably thinking, if she was to rat me out to my boy now, the way he's going to read these messages, it's as bad as if I'd have already fucked her.
Well, okay, let me put it to you this way. If you fuck her now, you might as well have fucked her on the first day. Do you know what I mean? And all of this because I'm assuming, my assumption is that's the way the best friend would have viewed it. If you're fucking her now, you should have fucked her weeks ago. Because yes, she was throwing it on you, and yes, you were avoiding it, but you still fucked her. And it would annoy me if I'm the guy and I'm fucking this girl. It would also annoy me that you've not taken action. Like I said to you before, like, what have you been doing, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? What have you been doing?
Yeah.
Because even though I know now, like you said earlier, she's never gonna fuck you now. She's never. It's pointless. She's not gonna fuck you because she's too entertained. She's never gonna fuck you.
This is too juicy for her now.
Yeah, it's like she knows she can get you because you want her.
She knows if she fucks the guy that wants to fuck her now, she's not nutting.
She's not.
It's not horny enough for her. It's not dangerous enough for her. It's literally not dangerous enough for her.
Nah. I feel like I've got a devil and an angel on my shoulder right now, because the devil is telling me to tell you to smash the living Christ out of her, and more time it sounds like the right thing to do because endorphins are flowing. Everyone's gassed, and it's probably going to be the best night you've ever had. You're 19. It probably will be the best night you've ever had till date. But the angel on my side is thinking that you're such a good friend, bro.
Boys, you've been a good friend up till this point.
Don't ruin it. Because even though we both know that she's not going to fuck your friend anymore, and let's say this whole thing dies down Simmertown and she moves on, she's no longer interested in you anymore, you're going to feel so good about yourself knowing that you didn't fuck this girl. Even though years down the line, you're going to feel like, fuck, I should have fucked this girl. But knowing that at that moment, you're going to feel so much better about yourself.
It's actually a great feeling knowing that you can fuck this girl, especially if they're buff. There's actually it's underrated. Not many guys will talk about this, but there's actually a really, really, really good feeling you get when you know that a girl finds you so buff that she's desperate to fuck you, but it's a bad idea for you and you don't do it. On top of that, the reason that you're not doing it is because you're a good friend to your boy. I've never even been in that situation. I've been on one side of it where there's been a girl desperate to fuck me, but it's the wrong thing for me to do. And I'm just like, no. I'm very flattered and I'd fucking love to do it, but I'm not going to do it. That actually feels good because I've always said to Fuhad as well, like for me, a lot of it's about the chase. Like once I know a girl's down to fuck me, sometimes I'm just like, gang. Like I don't need to fuck her. I'm just like, oh, that's awesome.
It's pattern now.
Yeah, it's gang. Now I know. Like I can have it. Like there's the Anderson .Paak line that I love it. Anderson .Paak has a line where it says something like, if I know I can get it, then I've already had it.
You've said that to me
before.
before.
Yeah.
You've said that to me before, yeah.
If I know I can get it, then I've already had it. I'm good.
Yeah. You played that to me before.
Bro, 100%. That's how I feel sometimes. As soon as a girl, if I've been talking to a girl, as soon as she outlines, says like, bro, I want to fuck you this amount, I'm straight. I'm literally cool. Like, that's good. And like, I'm more of a case of like, I can take it or leave it now. I can take it just for the nut, or I can just be happy with the fact that I know that this buff girl wants to fuck me. But I think if it was me in that situation and then the girl's about you, to be fair, I wouldn't have got myself to this. I wouldn't have even got myself to this point. I would have told you literally from day one.
Time ago, like
this day that she's messaging me or the day she's trying to lips me, I would have told you.
Yeah, rags.
Because I know that you're not going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would say, bro, I know you like this girl, but big man thing, she's out here trying to lips me. I don't think she's the move. I don't think it's the move for you because
there's red flags everywhere.
There's red flags all over the shop. She's sending me crud. So just stop. And I'm sure if you're close enough, because he said they're tight boys.
Yeah.
If you're close enough boys, then he'll be like, all right, bet.
Safe for that.
Yeah, safe for that. G, it is what it is, isn't it? We win some, we lose some.
Because if you fuck her, what happens after? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're all talking about this illustrious fuck that's not going to happen or it may potentially happen. But if you fuck her, what happens after that?
Yeah, it's long.
Nothing really, because she probably only wants to fuck you because she likes this forbidden thing.
That's the thing as well. I was going to say.
A lot of people just want to fuck.
That's the thing as well. If you went and told your boy and got permission from your boy and he was like, you know what, do your thing.
It is what it is, yeah.
You're automatically going to want to fuck her less now. Because you know your boy's disheartened about it.
Yeah.
So you're already vexed at her because your boy's disheartened.
Yeah.
and it's not forbidden anymore.
It's not forbidden, so it's not juicy anymore.
Yeah, it's not juicy anymore. And then if she finds out that your boy's given the permission, and once it's all like Goldie, then it's just normal sex.
It's planned now.
It's just planned sex.
It's not like
planned sex is boring.
It's not the spontaneous,
Like
forbidden.
I know we shouldn't be doing this, but fuck it, like, we can't help ourselves.
Come through. I'm free tonight. Even though that's planned, but the context of it is very different.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
the context of, I've got permission to fuck you. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, please come over. It's just like,
that's boring.
That's terrible.
That's boring.
That's terrible. The forbidden thing is up, but fam, have a wank.
Have a wank and then come to your senses.
Yeah, have a wank and leave this toxic bitch behind, because exactly what you said. As soon as you nut, you'll be thinking, well, this is going to come back to bite me in the ass.
100%. Tenfold.
Massively.
Tenfold.
Massively.
But all he's probably thinking about is, I won't tell a single soul. That's all he's thinking about.
I'm not telling anyone, and she said she ain't telling anyone. But she's been up in the. That's the thing as well. You can't trust these hoes.
Of course
she's in the. Remember, she keeps getting invited to the drink ups.
Oh yeah.
She's been rolling through to the drink ups. So she's not some random scat.
Yeah.
Out here.
Scat.
She's not some randomer just out here.
Yeah.
That like she's not gonna be running her mouth. Fam, she likes to get drunk and lips you in public.
True.
She's slippy. She's slippy.
Forgot about that.
Fam,
I forgot about that.
She knew she shouldn't be doing it, but she got drunk and tried to lips you in public, fam. There's red flags all around this bitch.
I need to see this chick. If when you listen to this, DM us her, please. Just a picture. Just a picture. Hopefully it's not locked.
You're a visual learner, and
I'm a visual learner.
You're a visual learner because you love that. You love.
I need to see it.
Anytime I've mentioned anything to you, you're like, pick.
Send
me a pic.
I don't need to know the chit chat. Show me what she looks like. Let me judge for myself, innit?
But
no, but the story's juicy.
The story's hella juicy.
Oh, it's the juiciest thing I've ever read or ever listened to.
Yeah, it was fucking juicy, bro.
That was very juicy.
Very juicy. Well
long
played.
story short, have a wank, hold yourself together, or pull yourself together rather. You're a great friend because, like we said, as soon as you bust a nut, if you fuck up, what happens next? And you're not really going to ask your boy for permission. You should have told your boy in the first place. Like, man, like this girl's trying to move to you. So yeah, man, you've been doing the right thing so far. Keep it up. But yeah, it's a great fan request. And I'm sorry you had to be that predicament.
I'm sorry I had to be that guy, bro. I would like, I'm saying to me, I would just say, yo, that girl's moving reckless. She's been trying to move to me. I'm not going to lie to you. The only way that backfires, this is what I thought about as you were talking just a minute ago. That would work 99% of the time. And both friends would move on happily with it. The only way that backfires is if the hierarchy in that group is that this Don always gets pussy and his boy never gets pussy. If I felt we were in a situation where I felt ugly, if we're in a friendship group and I felt like out of the two of us, I was the ugly friend and you were constantly getting pussy and I was never getting anything, and every time we're out, you're always draws in. If there was some animosity towards the fact that like you are far more successful with girls than I am, and then there's a girl that I like, and I approach you and tell you that I like this girl, and then without you even trying, she's moving to you. If you then come and tell me like, bro, you see that girl you like, and I'm like, yeah, bro, she's been messaging me nonstop. At this point, I'm just like, fuck you. I know we're boys and you haven't done anything wrong, but actually, fuck you. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm actually sick of this.
It's not his fault, though.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. But sometimes there's little bits of animosity, jealousy and stuff like that. You never want jealousy between friends.
Of course not.
Never. It's horrible.
Of course.
But that's the only way I thought, like, if by any chance it happens to be that dynamic, maybe don't tell your boy. Maybe just leave her, don't tell your boy about it, and just keep moving.
Because that will crush him. Oh, crush him.
100%.
Wow.
100%.
He must be handsome, this 19-year-old boy. He must be.
He must be. He must be handsome.
He must get like that.
For her to be moving, and he said she's buff.
That was one of the first things he said. She's buff. And she's talking crud.
Yeah, gee, it's long.
Talking about, I'm free tonight. I'm home alone.
It's long.
I can't handle stuff like that.
I wouldn't be at 19.
I can't handle stuff like that.
At 19, I remember when I was like the sexiest thing that ever happened to me when I was 19 was we were all on a night out.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we were at uni.
Think of, yeah.
I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
We were all on a night out.
Yeah.
One girl randomly came up to me and was like, something along the lines of, come back. Are you coming back with me tonight? Mm-hmm. I'd love to fuck you. Mm-hmm. Bearing in mind, no one had ever said that to me in my entire life at that point.
Yeah.
I was like, my dick, bang.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, right.
Straight I was like, holy shit. And I said to her, I was like, oh, sorry, I got a girlfriend. And then she was like, so? Is she here? And I was like, nah, she's not. She was like, so why are you even bringing her up?
What were you talking
She didn't give a fuck. My hair stood up on my leg, on my arms and leg on my neck, fam. I shivered went down my spine. I was thinking, I'm out of my depth.
I'm in trouble.
I don't know how to respond to this.
I'm in trouble, yeah.
Lo and behold, I don't know what transpired, but I did not fuck this girl.
Yeah.
But at 19, that was the craziest shit that ever happened to me. This shit that he's talking about, that's too much. That's too much. That's intense, fam.
Wow. That is intense. Lucky motherfucker.
Lucky bastard. I know you don't feel lucky right now,
but
you are. You
19,
are.
you know?
19.
We didn't go through that. Well,
I wasn't going through anything at 19 like that, boy.
Jesus.
That's lavish.
Jesus.
But yeah, man, that's good.
That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Have we got an Am I the Arsehole today?
Yes, sir. Where is it? All right, boom. It's a short one.
Yeah.
Am I the arsehole? So, my girlfriend and I have been dating for close to a year now, and, well, the sex just died off. Oh, sorry. Someone just tagged me inside. That was random. When it died off, I started subscribing to OnlyFans accounts to fulfill my cravings because I wasn't getting any at home. She found out and was pissed, called me a cheater, and that if it ever happens again, that we're done. I see it as nothing different than Pornhub. Am I the arsehole?
Oh. That is one of the most authentic Am I the Arseholes that I think we've ever got. Mm-hmm. We're rolling on this Patreon today.
Yeah.
We're rolling on this episode.
Yeah. This is a great episode.
Wow.
Because
that was truly authentic.
Yeah.
The fact that we've been complaining that the Am I the Arseholes we've been getting are very lopsided, like they're so obvious.
Yeah.
That's a true one, but I can see he's actually like, Am I the Arsehole?
Am I actually the arsehole? It's a back-to-back. Great fan request. Great Am I the Arsehole? Wow.
Fantastic. I'm having a good time.
Wow. Yeah, go.
Okay. So.
Do you want me to read it again or are you good?
So recap. He's been with his girlfriend how long?
Almost a year or just over a year?
Just over a year. Been with his girlfriend just over a year.
The sex died off.
Sex has died off.
When it died off, he subscribed to OnlyFans. She clocked it.
She clocked.
Vex.
Obviously.
Called him a cheat. It happens again. We're done. And he says he sees nothing different to Pornhub.
That's interesting.
Am I actually an arsehole? That's such a genuine question. It's a genuine question.
It is a genuine question because is he? Is he an arsehole? Because
I feel... Okay, you go and I'll go.
Now you can go.
Okay. I feel like they've clearly not, in my opinion, because there's not much context, I'm assuming as soon as he's viewed it as the sex has died off, he's not discussed that the sex has died off with his partner. He's just gone on OnlyFans or whatever to find a substitute. I think that's the reason why she's come across like, oh, you're a cheater. This is harsh. If I find this again, we're done, blah, blah, blah. Because maybe, to be fair, if they've discussed it and she's found it again, maybe that's worse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it also, it very much to me boils down to is like, he says, oh, I don't see it any different to Pornhub.
Yeah.
But is that true, fam? That's what I know. From his perspective, are you saying that? Or do you truly believe that it's the same as Pornhub? Because Pornhub is like, I've never subscribed to someone's OnlyFans. And as far as I know, I never will. But the way I see OnlyFans is that like, you're making an investment with that person.
So it's more of an
OnlyFans is basically Patreon.
Yeah, it is.
For titties.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is Patreon for titties. And it's like, if it's not the same as just going on YouTube and typing in podcast and then just randomly clicking one and watching it.
Yeah.
You can't say to someone like, are like, I don't know, it's just not an emotional investment. You subscribe to their Patreon, you pay these man every month. You give them your actual money to support them because you want something from them.
Yeah.
You want to make a connection with that person. I'm going a bit deep into it there, but like...
I don't think you are. I feel like maybe other people don't see the side of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like, well, the way I'm seeing it is it's like him saying, oh, but it's the same as Pornhub. It's like, so why didn't you use Pornhub? Pornhub's free.
That's the first thing I thought. But clearly I don't think his, what's the word I'm looking for? His, my head, when the word just goes, mature, that's the word I was looking for. Because obviously women mature, well, supposedly women mature faster than men. So I'm assuming what you're saying is probably what the girlfriend thought. Hence the cheat scenario. But he might not have thought about it that way. He may have just
la-di-da-ing.
You know what I mean? La-di-da. It's porn. It's women. They're doing stuff. I'm nothing. Like I don't see it. So I understand where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Interesting. I can see. The thing is, I can definitely see from a purely sexual standpoint. I can definitely see the attraction from OnlyFans. Kind of like. I don't know, kind of like a stripper. Like a stripper, if a stripper comes up to you and says like, for example, if you went to a strip club and she was like, do you want to dance? And she was just arse naked already. You're more likely to be like, I'm good. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I've seen it now.
Yeah. But if she's not, and she's like, do you want to dance you could be like, gang, like, I want to see where this goes. Like, I don't know, there might be something about like, the OnlyFans, like the paywall is like, once I pay this money, a whole new world's about to open up. And that could be what does it for him. But still, it's like you have to be very selective about the people that you're going to subscribe to. I don't know, I don't know how OnlyFans work. Can you just like go on to OnlyFans and just scroll? Or...
I think how it works is because I don't know how it works in that context, because like Twitter and kind of thing, do you know what I mean? Where you just scroll and just like kick people's names or whatever, or Instagram or whatever. But my assumption is that it's not that.
I'm assuming he picked someone.
Yeah, you'd have to like, if someone, for example, he follows someone on Instagram, it's like, I'll subscribe to my OnlyFans and then blah, blah, blah.
That's the other thing as well. Like, who did you subscribe to?
Because it's obviously you have to subscribe to someone. It's OnlyFans isn't Pornhub. It's just like it's not like
because I know
catalog of porn.
I know porn stars have OnlyFans.
Of course.
So I'm assuming if you signed up to a porn star's OnlyFans, she wouldn't be as pissed off as if that happens to be a girl that you went to school with who now has an OnlyFans account and you're like, I want to see this.
I didn't even think. If it's that, that's a different question entirely.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Because sign up to a porn star's OnlyFans is sign up to just like a civilian's OnlyFans. They're two. One of them, you're a cheat, man.
Man said a civilian.
Bro, that's different things.
That's very different.
Yeah, OnlyFans is like it's a new thing. I don't know how to dissect it. It's too new. I've never known anyone who's ever subscribed to an OnlyFans before. So this is interesting.
I don't know, it's hard because, like you said, it does matter who he subscribed to, whether he subscribed to more than one, blah, blah, blah. I want to assume he subscribed to more than one.
I think he said a few. I think he said a couple or a few or something like that.
Let me double check.
He used something like that terminology.
Just for context, just because I feel like it's important. Yeah, I've been subscribing to OnlyFans accounts to fulfill my credit. So yeah, accounts.
Okay,
so plural.
cool.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm assuming if it's multiple, maybe I doubt it's people that, I don't know, maybe it's just Instagram hosts or something like that. I don't really know.
It depends. To be fair, it does depend on who they are.
It does as well, because it goes back to that age old thing where we were talking about like Instagram likes.
Okay.
And it was like, should a girl have an issue with a guy liking girls' Instagram pics?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, well, it depends who he's liking.
Yeah.
Is he liking girls who have 2 million followers and she's never...
Yeah, it's going to get lost.
It doesn't mean anything. It's going to get lost in the thousands and thousands of likes.
Yeah.
Or is he liking a girl who happens to live 25 minutes from him? She's only got 2,000 followers.
And they got a couple mutuals.
So she's got 3 mutuals. You get me? That's different. Now you're an architect. Now you're a civil engineer and you're creating pathways. Bro, that's different.
Context matters, man.
It does matter. So I guess it goes down with the OnlyFans as well. Like, if he's subscribing to porn stars, then I guess it is kind of just like Pornhub.
But it's more of a interactive because I'm assuming like you said, OnlyFans is kind of like Patreon. If you subscribe, you get shit.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming there's tiers to it. So if you higher tiers, you get shit.
Yeah,
so,
I think there, yeah.
I mean, if it is porn stars, it's more of an interactive thing, which is maybe more just for the mind stuff, where he wants to wank at it, or be more assertive and dominant to tell these chicks what to do, kind of thing. Because obviously the sex has died off with his girl.
Yeah, I think that is more. That's a true thing. Because
do you know what I mean?
Perfect. Because if it is porn stars, let's say he's picked a porn star that he watches, like he'll happily watch her porn.
Yeah.
But just watching mindless porn isn't going to be a replacement for the bad sex you're having in your relationship.
Yeah.
Because all guys watch porn, regardless if they're having great
good
sex
or bad sex. Yeah,
it's just a tool.
It's a thing,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's
a thing. It's a Tuesday. Yeah.
That's just Tuesday. But if you go onto the OnlyFans and it's a little bit more, like I said, interactive, you have a bit more of an input. Maybe they're doing stuff that they don't usually do. Maybe they're sending, like maybe the idea that they're actually sending something directly to you is more of a like, okay, this is like a role I can play now. This is something I can get invested in, and maybe this will make up for the shit sex that I'm having. That could work. It wouldn't work for me, but I can see how it would work for someone else. Like something that you can get, something you could actually put your mind and energy. Takes a little bit more drama. There's a little bit more drama into it. It's a bit more of a time investment.
Yeah.
Like this could make up for me not having sex tonight.
Yeah. So risk as well.
Always risky.
Fuck it up.
It didn't pay off, clearly.
She
clocked you, fam.
First week.
Said if you ever do that again, we're done. I hate when hoes give second chances. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I know that sounded like very matter of fact, but you know what I mean?
Of course I know what you mean.
What do you mean? You like sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, like I've had conversations before.
Yeah.
In the past, maybe where like you talk about like girls taking their man back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I might be talking to a girl who's taking her boyfriend back, and I'm like, why? Why? Like they might catch him cheating and stuff like that, and then you find out they're back together, and you're like, "Well, go on."
Why?
And you're like, "Well, you know, like everyone deserves a second chance," and it's like, "Yeah, but a second chance at what?"
I hope at this.
Like, yeah, like I understand what you're saying, but more time, he just needs to, in his head, he needs to pattern it better next time.
That's it. He just needs to not get clocked.
Yeah,
that's what you're allowing him to do.
That's why man who go pen always end up back in pen. Do you know what I mean? Because they're just trying to not get caught next time.
It's not going to stop them from doing dumb shit.
They're still road.
Yeah.
They're still going back to the road. They're not going to start working in a bank. It's like, I don't know. Well, it's just like, if you ever do that again, like we're done.
All right, bet. I'm just not going to get caught. That's it.
Cool, bro.
It's a game now. It's all a game now. That's it. It's true.
Because the sex is not about to get better.
It's not.
His sex is not about to get better.
Because I guarantee you that you're not fucking for a month now.
Oh, what?
It's tension.
His sex is about to get worse.
It's tension now. You can't even approach her. You can't sleep in the same room.
Just lock it. Just lock it off.
Man. You're young. You'll find someone else.
Oh, bro, that's such an interesting topic. Oh, I didn't even know if he's the arsehole or not.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we didn't even answer. Again, it depends on whether he's messaging or subscribed to Shanice down the road or fucking any porn star you can think of. Do you know what I mean?
If you're subscribing to a porn star, you're not an arsehole. If you're subscribing to people who actually exist, you're an arsehole. If you're subscribing to people with less than 100,000 Instagram followers, you're an arsehole. In my opinion.
Makes sense.
I think that's the only way it has to go.
Yeah, because the context matters. It all depends on who he's following and like how deep he is into it. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's just, he's just scrolling through videos of a porn star, blah, blah, just bashing, then I can understand why he says it's just like Pornhub. But it can't just be like Pornhub because you're big man, you're paying for it.
You're paying for it.
So it can't just be like Pornhub. But yeah.
Mad. Anyway.
I guess that's it, mum. That was a great question, guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this week.
See you next time.
Or this week's episode. Yeah, see you next time.